Hello everyone, let's talk about what happened on Survivor, Season 50, Episode 2. Tribe KO, everybody's just hanging out, chilling. Jonathan and Coach decide to get some pieces of wood and make some handmade spears and go fishing. And then they catch some fish, and Mike, the rich guy, the one that made the hit series, The White Lotus, and he's an offer, stuff like that, he knows that eventually that if they don't win immunity, or in divisional immunity when time comes, he's going to be voted off soon. So he figures if he, cooks the fish, cleans up around camp, goes gets firewood for the fire for the night, stuff like that, for the day, that, the more he does around camp, the more that we're favoring him for not being eliminated. Coach ends up getting a leg cramp. They have Jonathan and Mike and some other contestants have to help him out of the water. He just walks around the shore, walks it off. Christian on Tribe Cecile, poor guy, he soiled his pants. It shows him running, and everybody's like, what's that big brown spot on the back of his pants? They realized what happened. They laughed about it, and he just took it in good stride. Jeff then tells all the contestants, come with him, and all three tribes finally meet. And then they notice, hey, Jenna's gone from Tribe Cecile. The one very first survivor. She was voted out last week. And Kyle's gone from Tribe Vatu because of the ankle injury that he suffered last week. So everybody gets to catch up on who's gone, because the other tribes are on different parts of the audience, so they don't know which other person's been eliminated from the other tribe to the following day when they all meet for the next challenge. So people start talking, strategizing, all this. And Coach walks up to Ozzy and says, look, I'm not going to apologize for what I did last week when you spent 45 minutes trying to get a key for a puzzle, you and Q, and I just grabbed hold of and snatched her right there because, hey, it's a survivor, any man for themselves. Ozzy said, that's fine. Because I'm just going to straight up tell you, if you're still around when time comes to form one tribe out of the three people, all the people that's left out of the three of them, I'm gunning for you, man. I'm just straight up front telling you that. And he tells Coach, and by the way, I got double vote idol, which means I get to vote one person's name twice, dude. And I can come back and bite you in the butt. Coach, he's not even fazed by this. And everybody's talking like, man, when Coach and Ozzy were on the same seasons, way back in the day, all the rivalries they had, the head-to-head competitions, it's blowing up again for all these years, not being on the same season. Now it's time for the next challenge, and it's not immunity challenge, it's for supplies and tarps. One tribe gets everything, the other two tribes that don't win, they don't get nothing. And it's other obstacle course. They have to run, jump off a platform, and it's jump off, smash a barrel, which reveals the key. Then they have to swim underwater and grab these life preservers that have keys attached to them. Swim up, walk across balance beams, then throw the life preservers onto like a pole, a platform floating on the water, so kind of like water toss. The first tribe to get it done gets the tarp and the major supplies like food, firewood, flint, stuff like that, coconuts, bananas, you name it. Right off the get-go, Tribe Vito is just running through this obstacle course, just kicking butt. Until Aubrey, when she goes to do it, every time she jumps off the platform to smash the barrel, she keeps missing it. So after about like the fourth or fifth attempt, she finally gets it broken. By that point, Tribe Cecilia and Tribe Kato are way ahead. Then Savannah, last season's winner, she's having trouble on the balance beam pump. She keeps falling off, so she has to restart. And Tribe Kato wins. They shocked everybody because they were like last place in this obstacle course. They came back and won it because the other two tribes, there was two players like Aubrey and Savannah that was messing up, not getting their part of the obstacle course done before the other team member can move on, right? So Tribe Kato wins. They celebrate. They get the supplies. Everybody goes back to the separate parts of the awning to the camps. And everybody's talking. And Joe asks Rick, is there an alliance going on Tribe Cecile that should know about? Rick tells him that there isn't. But he lies to him. There actually is an alliance of Rick, Christian, and Savannah. And he tells them, like, Joe's thinking there's an alliance going on, but I told him there wasn't any. Over on the other tribes, Kato's just basically celebrating. Coach Jonathan on them, Mike, they're just celebrating. They're taking it easy. They're having some coconuts, some fresh bananas. They got the old fire going. They're celebrating the win. And Tribe Vito are talking. And Genevieve is getting frustrated because Aubrey, from last week, told her, I'm going to be watching you every move you make. And she's getting frustrated because every time she goes out to find out her idol, Aubrey's right behind her. And she's like, I can't get rid of her. So she tells the other people of the tribe, like Q and all of them, like, look, like, this is getting frustrating. So they help her out. They distract Aubrey on the beat so she can go for her bag to see if she has an idol. Guys, I know she keeps keeping her knapsack right close to her backpack. But there's no idol inside, so Genevieve's happy about that. But that's dirty, man. To go for the other contestants' backpack and supplies just to see if they have an idol, that's dirty. Next day, it's the immunity challenge. And it's other obstacle course. The two tribes that win it get the eagle idol statue, which means they're safe from tribal council elimination. And if you don't get one, you're in trouble. And you also don't get your flint to start campfires. And the way this works is there's 3 foam snakes, like anaconda size, that weigh 200 pounds of sandbag stuffed inside of it. You have to carry one from this side of the awning to this other side, drag it underneath a cargo net, and then drag it through a tunnel with a bunch of rope and that, so they gotta, crawl through it and all this stuff. Get the snakes through to the other side. Then, once you get all 3 of the foam snakes that weigh 200 pounds each, because they have sandbags in them, to the finish line, then you have to take a ball, put it on this table, and the table rotates. So you got to get from A to B, drop in the hole to win. But at any point the ball falls off the rotating table, you have to restart. So you got to gently move the table gently to get the ball from point A to B. And Tribe Vito and Tribe Kilo win. So 2 weeks in a row now, Tribe Cecile has to go to Tribal Council, which is not good, and they don't get the flint back. And at the campsite, Joe is told by everybody, look, we're going to vote Savannah out, last season's winner. All he tells everybody, not everybody, he tells Cecile and Joe, hey, I got double vote. Everybody knows that, right? I will news it on Savannah if you want me to. That means it's an extra vote against her, which means she's automatically gone. And they talk about it, and you know what, that might not be such a bad idea. Then they talk to Christian and all that. But Joe goes around and tells Savannah, hey, everybody's gunning for you. So Savannah, now knows she's on the chop block, thanks to Joe, goes, talks to Christian, Cecile, Ozzy, and all the rest of them, and tries getting them to vote Joe. So, thanks, Joe, for telling me that I'm up for elimination, but I'm going to screw you over and get them to vote you out. And it seems to work. Everybody's like, you know what? Joe betrayed our trust, and let's kick him to the curb. Tribal cancel time. Jeff talks to the contestant. There seems like being a lot of mistrust happening at the campsite. Joe told Savannah what the game plan was, and Savannah went around and told everybody. Now everybody was talking about voting Joe out. This first Joe's heard about this. And then Christian says, well, me and Rick, we're gonna let Joe in on the alliance, but now we're not. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. So there's a lot of mistrust in our tribe. We're always down one person. We're going to be down another one. So we started with 8. We're going to be down with 6 already. One tribe's going to have 8. One's still going to have 7. So voting time starts. And Ozzy walks up, writes Savannah's name, puts in the jar, but he only does it once. Ozzy says off camera that, why would I lose double vote on Savannah and risk it when I know for sure, as a matter of fact, I know that Cecile, and I know that Christian's a part of my alliance. That's 3 votes against her. So he said, I'm not going to lose my double vote idol on her already. I'm going to save that. Because I told Coach I'm going to lose it against him. Plus, I get this boomerang idol, which he does know that Javanna from the other tribe gave it to him. And the boomerang idol is pretty cool, which means as long as you're safe and not eliminated, the other person can't be eliminated. So as long as Ozzy stays in the game, Javanna's safe. As long as Javanna stays in the game, Ozzy's safe. That's cool. But it's only good until certain players are left, then it's no more good. The voting's done. Savannah voted for Ozzy. Everybody else voted for Savannah. Savannah's the third person gone for Survivor 50. The one that won it last season on 49. She's the third one gone. She basically just tells them, like, you know what? This tribe that the fans voted everybody to be in, there was a lot of mistrust from the beginning. I appreciate, Joe, you coming to tell me, but then I try to basically screw you over. She said, I'm not going to tell you who I like to see win it, but I will tell you right up now, I don't want to see none of my tribe members win it. So Jeff puts the torch out. She puts it down on the ground, and she walks away, and that's how the show ends. The preview for next week is Jeff announces that the fans voted, and instead of forming one tribe already, it's tribe switch. That means certain people from each tribe is going to switch to a different tribe. That's effective because what if an alliance is broken up, like Ozzy Cecile Christian's alliance, Javanna Q's alliance? Then you have the alliance of Coach and Jonathan and Mike is happening. They can all switch up because then they could end up on different tribes. So I'm curious how that's going to happen because on previous Survivors, when tribe switch happens, you lose a challenge, you switched, or it's by like picking rocks out of a bag in the same color rock. You're of that tribe again. So I'm curious if they're going to do like a challenge-wise or like pick a rock out of the bag or something else. And to keep you up to date, Ozzy has double vote idol and the boomerang idol. Javanna has the boomerang idol. Christian found one this episode. He found an idol buried in a tree. And it's a boomerang idol. So he gives it to Aubrey from Tribe Vatu. So that means as long as Aubrey and Christian are safe for the game, the other one cannot be eliminated until there's so many players left. So that's cool. Rick decides and tells Christian, like, you know what, because Christian confides to Rick that he found this idol. Give it to Aubrey, the other half of the boomerang idol. So Rick decides he's going to make a fake idol to keep himself safe. And Christian's on board with it. So the episode actually ends with Rick making it look like he found an idol. And he's shocked he found it while everybody's around campsite. And he may have found like he found it between some rocks. And he opens up and he reads what it says. And everybody's like, oh, what? We can't vote you out until there's so many players left? That is smart. Because he ain't got it. The other people in the tribe thinks he's got it. Christian knows he ain't got it, but he's going along with it. So that means Rick now thinks that, hey, I'm safe until there's like so many people left now. They're going to believe me over this. But what if one of them actually gets a hold of that and realizes that it's just a blank piece of paper and ain't nothing on it? That might come back and bite him in the butt. And Savannah had block a vote. She could have used that idol to block one person's vote, which would not have helped her. But she said afterwards, after the episode ended, that person was eliminated. They talked to her. She says, I didn't use it because honestly, she said, I didn't think I'd be the one being eliminated. If I thought for sure that I would be the one going home, I would have definitely used block a vote and block somebody's vote. But she thought she was safe, so she never got a chance to use it. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.